teams, it really does feel like they're drafting for momentum here because, hey, that's the Malaysian way, you know? Get some kind of momentum, and then you're going to have an amazing game.
Either way, you gotta make sure that you are in control of how you want to play in the Land of Dawn here. Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, Homebois are one game away from ending their MPL Malaysia journey on day number 1. Can Monster Vicious finally break their game 1 curse? Can they take the victory? Can they secure the match?
Right now, looking at the wave here, Izanami still doing a lot of damage onto Leone as well as Bondos. Looks like MV are doing the Homeboys and trying to get onto that side of the map pretty quickly. Not gonna get punished, looks like.
Like, Amal is there to protect his own jungle, but in comes the Lancelot, who got the little wonder. I believe that is going to be MV.
Yeah, I think Uni got it.
Yep. Important one, of course. They don't want to give out so much of your opponents. And Leone has to be careful about this, but then again, in the early stages, if you're a Cho, you have to know the limits of your hero.
You kind of missed that flicker Jikundo there, so Izanami is able to start flying away. Bondos with the flicker forward, though. First blood to the Eve.
The first time that Bondos is able to win against that Kimi with his Eve. Knows exactly the limits of his hero, actually did not stop chasing down the Kimi and then went in for the flicker, knowing full well that he has the combo. The fact that you can cycle through your spells as a level 2 Eve with such low cooldowns is so good if you know the limits of your hero, and that's Bondos showing us how it's done.
I would say questionable positioning coming in from Izanami as well. Getting a flank angle on Kimi can definitely win you the lane, but I kind of feel like if your roamer is there, like, able to poke it out first, then it would have been much more cleaner. Because I really feel like Daniel and Izanami were not on the same page in their positioning around the lane.
I agree. Looks like Momo is going to take a little bit of poke abuse up top. It's the first time he's been on a hero as slow as the Charizla for a while. So we can already see that Reza is winning out that lane. Will be able to join his team on the turtle first. Uni's in 5 rush, gets scouted out. A nice penalty zone connects. Amal, though, still secures the turtle. RWM comes out. The flicker Landfinger completely whiffed from Reza, and that means that he is going to be punished. It's a double kill for Uni. Daniel now going to be stuck, locked in by Leone, but I don't think they're going for that kill.
What a massive blunder there coming out from Homebois. After winning the turtle, have lost the fight rough though.
Gets the I'm offended, pulls in, flickers out. Now Izanami's the one in danger. He's going to have to fly out.
Wow. I really feel like Homebois, in 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes of the game, they got to reset, because I kind of feel like that was a big blunder.
For sure.
And I don't know, it could be nervousness, could be like, you know, just this nerve. Like, you have to win, and then that pressure is getting to you. I feel like they gotta relax. Like the goat say, breathe.
That's right. You're gonna have to breathe because you can see Ruff is on the opposite side. He's actually so much in the zone. Remember when he was jumped by Homebois near that mid side of the river? Instead of instantly flickering out, he went in for second skill first and then gets the spell vamp, then gets out. Eventually, exactly win against that team fight and then turn it around for Monster Vicious. Monster Vicious are in the zone, whereas for Homebois, the nerves are starting to kick in.
Yeah, because 3 minutes in, around almost 2,000 gold lead here for MV. Uni now having the War Axe. And Uni as well, I'm pretty sure he is very excited to be using this Lancelot going up against Amal. And look at this, Momo is also winning the lane against Reza.
Yeah.
This is I don't know, someone from Homebois needs to make a play to really give that confidence back to the team.
Yeah, for Homebois, it's just for strong lanes, and Terista is a very, very strong hero in the XP lane, rarely loses that matchup.
You can see that really affecting the rotations as well. This Grok has been banned out almost every game before this, and now that it's the first time showing up, you would hope that Daniel's able to make a greater impact, but Leone having more mobility and MV having more lane control makes that difficult.
And I feel like this upcoming turtle, in a way, is going to be do or die. If Homebois is able to get something going with this turtle, then they're in good position. But look at that, Leone already being scouted out by Izanami. Now that they know he's there, they still got to be careful with all positions. Oh,
Flicker
Flicker
penalty zone onto Daniel only. Not really a target they're looking for. The Flicker, Tectonic charge onto Uni. Allows Email to secure the turtle. RWM also going to be cancelled in advance by Reza, jumping Bundles. Bundles able to walk away. Daniel now in some trouble. And Leone finds the last hit. Goes for the kick as well onto Email. But he will eventually fall to Izanami. And it is an all-out brawl.
A little bit of recovery coming up from Homebois. Good team fighting, good box, good positioning. Just that they did not have enough damage, and there was a clutch movement coming out from Ruff as well as Uni, as they were able to win the team fights even after losing the turtle. Ruff very much on point with this gold lane Ruby, going for the right skills on the right heroes to turn fights around. Although there was a great jump coming out from the Grok of Homebois, wasn't enough reach for themselves. And after this mistake coming out from MV, they were able to recover. 2,000 gold lead now for Monster Vicious at match point.
Yep, Leone now having the Blade of Heptases, which is also something that is developing in the meta, which is the roamer gonna be the damage dealer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a new development here.
That's interesting, actually. I was a little bit shook when I saw that Heptases on a roam show. Gonna need to keep this in mind.
Yeah.
Yep. Honestly, a lot more heroes, including the Hilda, the
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, those are pretty normal. But Cho, roam with Heptases is interesting.
Well, if you play like this, if you play very confidently in it,
That's
if your
fair.
teammates are with you and you plan it all together, if you get your green light from your coach, man, you can do wonders with this Joe, the Heptases.
Or more interestingly, the coach said no, but you're like, yeah.
Of course.
What does he know?
Cho is
You
not
won't
on
find
stage
out.
anymore.
You won't find out. Yeah, but now looking at the situation here, MV, they had, like again, I kind of feel like their draft is much easier to execute. Yes, they have high mechanics. Oh, he just goes in.
Charge, they're looking for Ruff. They find him, lock him down, and the Ruby is gone. Penalty zone on 3. RWM cancelled by the Lapu once again, but Daniel will fall. The damage does build up though. Homeboys with a victory there.
Okay, that was surprising, but good.
Really good stuff coming out from Homeboys, especially because that's a gold laner. Usually you don't jump the Ruby, but in the past team fights, Monster Vicious has been winning because of Ruff and the way he is able to play this gold lane Ruby. Homeboys, with a jump onto the enemy gold laner, they are able to get the turtle as well. They might have lost the turret in the bottom lane from a roaming Joe that has Heptases, but it's still an uphill climb for Homeboys. A massive win nonetheless.
Yeah, roamers get a lot of gold nowadays, so in a way, it honestly make a lot of logical sense here. And Homeboys, even though they got that quote-unquote win, because Leone was able to push out, it honestly neutralizes the advantage here. If Homeboys got that top, then maybe. So I think they're really going to try it for this one. Oh, but Leone still gets bottom though. Hey, they still don't get top. Oh, this is not great map pressure here for Homeboys.
Macro from MV. A peculiar way of approaching the game. After winning with an Ube strategy in the previous game where they have to group up together, they flipped it around. They're spreading the map and Homeboys are losing when it comes to the gold little by little.
Ooh, the Flicker, I'm offended. They caught Mel QT, but Rock taking so much damage in return. He goes down first. RWM misses as well. Leone comes in from back. Penalty zone on 3. Explodes the Granger. And Uni finds his Anami as well. Amal cuts the fight in half, but he's already lost so many teammates at this point. Daniel trying to slow down the rest of them, but they're catching back up. Way up the Dragon finds Reza. It's going to be a killing spree for Bundles. Monster Vicious emerges victorious.
But the spacing coming out from MV. The fact that Bundles was able to keep himself alive, and now Uni will collect more invasion in the jungle after the attempt for the kill onto the Grok, and then Leone from the push down the bottom lane. He goes and traverses one side of the map to the other, now getting a kill and then eventually some damage on the turret up top. MV are winning the map despite them losing their gold laner. Everybody's just very happy in their camp.
Ladies and gentlemen, MV here. They might finally do it. They might actually survive day one of playoffs. And what an amazing fashion they're doing it in. Because Leone as well, the damage dealer makes it so that Mel as well as Izanami, they don't have clear space to do anything.
Well, penalty stone misses this time, but Amal has already taken so much damage. Reza's doing a good job. Tectonic charge misses completely, but Momo will still get caught out. Ardley M slows down the others. Amal forced to use the electro final blow defensively. Uni still alive. Lord at 20% HP. Amal trying to go in. He steals it away, but he loses his life in exchange. Way of the Dragon. Leone comes in from the top lane, gets the kick on MelQT, but is able to dash away just in time.
Whew. So important Uni though. Not a kill angle, but they will get that Lord. A very important steal coming out from the Benedetta.
Dude, as of right now, Amal is just saying, I'm just a walking retribution, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because right now, y'all have to give me space. Y'all have to give me time. Because right now, Amal really can't do much. Maybe he just needs a little bit more items for him to do something. But hey, good turnaround coming in from Homebois. Because I legit thought Envy had full control of that.
Yeah. Was a good turn on to Momo as well. The Terizla being a problem. Usually a very tanky hero because of the body of Smith. But you have 4 members of Homebois just pummeling down the Terizla. It's really out of his box, out of his team's box. MV were able to recover afterwards, but losing the Terizla earlier of that fight really bit them in the end. And the fact of the matter is that retribution play coming out from Amal was so clutch because they are already losing that fight. After Vendetta having to commit the elective final blow, he took so much damage from the Eve, but still managed to get that retribution, buying this team more time in this game.
You can see Amal there. Not even level 13 yet. Uni's level 15, man. He knew 100% he's gonna die, but he's gonna make sure it's gonna be worth it, and it's worth it. Especially, and they even get that turret. So now Homebois, they're not completely dead just yet, but they still gotta be careful of the dive coming in from Leone as well as Uni. That is something that they gotta watch out for.
Johnny's off map for the past 2 minutes, and that is Homebois just still seeking for a target right now. Wants to cross out on the other side to the next side, and now they are trying to control this. But this will be a very quiet minute, because it will be 60 more seconds before the next Lord spawns. Homebois playing Minesweeper right now, looking for where the Cho is.
Something interesting that Chad has brought out. Envy had 0 turtles and 0 lords.
Oh,
Huh.
All neutral effective is gotten by Homebois.
Which is surprising considering that Envy has been winning most of the fights and Uni has been in perfect position. Amal really paying the blood price to make sure that his team doesn't lose out too badly. We have to note, the longer the game goes, the better the scaling will kick in as well. This is a Kimi Granger we're looking at.
slowly and surely, Monster Vicious are taking over the map at Homebois. As long as they keep themselves together, they're gonna be in a good spot. And this EXP lead between the junglers is eventually not gonna be that much of a problem, but they force the the tectonic charge from Daniel, which is gonna be big, especially because Lord is about to spawn.
So this is gonna test Homebois. Can they Lord dance against MD here? Because it's difficult to dance against them because the range between the Eve and the Kimi is heavily favoring the Eve, especially because again, super spammable with the skill. So I feel like Homebois, they want to delay it. Oh, hold on, Rob taking quite a bit of damage. Oh wait, that's Momo.
That is so much damage. Momo down to 30% HP just from that traction pulse combo. That does mean that Homebois has a little bit more control, but look at Leone. Leone has been a pain in their butt the entire time. He is literally pushing up to the top in him.
Yep. So right now, looking at the Lord here, MB, they are controlling this, but we gotta look at the positioning of Leone. And he's looking at Izanami, man. Looking pretty delish right now.
Want to be able to find him if possible, but both teams playing very disciplined currently. Looks like Homebois wants to see if they can get the mid-tier one first before translating to the Lord.
I don't know about this, man. Amon keeps on...
They actually found Ruff. Traction Pulse dropped him down really low. It might actually be kind of hard for MD to contest this now. Momo misses the penalty zone. Tectonic Charge also whiffs, but Amon still gets the Lord. Ardenam comes out. Ruff and Momo are down. It's a double kill for MLQT. Leone pushing up top, but Reza will be able to stop him. Homebois comes out on top here. Uni looking for Amal, and he'll find him unstoppable on the Lancelot.
But the Lord dance in favor of Homebois. They might have lost their jungler, but they have found so much. Fortunately for MV, Leone was there to get some traction around the map as well. Slow push up top, and then of course the mid lane push on the turret. Homebois have punished Ruff and Momo back-to-back team fights. we're talking about the nerfs. MV has to also reset because the way that they're utilizing their heroes, their pieces, in this late game Lord Dances is looking very questionable. Eventually, Homebois will be able to catch up. And at that moment, when the Benedetta as well as the Granger have enough damage, they will provide so many issues against MV.
I don't know about this, man. Difference in jungler because Ama has been securing all objectives and Uni's getting all the kills. This is weird.
We're at the 15-minute mark. Lord colliding up top will do some good damage to the tower, but the Minion Wave has been cleared up, so Homebois cannot actually use this to get more structural damage. They'll just have to settle for finally taking the mid T1.
Ocho, he spotted. Not worth it because Izanami... Well, Leone might not have known that Izanami's Purify is not yet on cooldown.
And
Off
here-
cooldown, I mean.
And let me just say is that right now Emil is really playing for the team and he's doing his job very, very well. But Melcutie as well. This time on the Granger, he's trying his very best to carry the team with the damage. And I feel like even MV was a little bit shocked by the damage that this Granger and Kimi is outputting.
As long as they combine the Traction Bolt and the Death Sonata together, Sonata burst.
They're actually trying to collapse on this. Here comes Leone. Wind of Nature comes out. He's getting the kick. He finds the way of the dragon onto Melcutie. Traction Bolt. No! The flicker! Shuts down from Leone. Melcutie is down. The ordinary marksman has been taken off the board. Penalty zone commits onto Dan. Forces out the tectonic charge. He also grabs the immortality in time. Leone's there to stop him. Homebois will be able to retreat. They lost their goal laner though.
That's so annoying going up against a damaged rogue Cho because he did everything. Wind of Nature, Flicker. I would argue he should have flickered towards his team, but other than that,
He did everything, but I think fraction of a second earlier. Wind of Nature was popped way too early. There was not enough contention coming up from MV to justify why he popped the Wind of Nature very early, and even the flicker. Both the direction as well as the timing isn't perfect. But you know who's perfect? Leone actually took advantage of that situation.
Yep.
I have to say it's a team effort from MV. Some members of MV forced that Wind of Nature and that flicker. There's so much pressure that they applied onto Melcutie in that specific moment. And it allowed them to force errors, which eventually led to a kill. And now, an equalization.
now honestly with that death, like literally Melcutie's damage has been cut in half.
Ooh, Flicker, Tectonic Charge are going in on Ruff. Traction Pulse comes out. Penalty Zone connects with Melcutie in the backline. They're trying to split the fight in half. Momo healing up a lot. Melcutie goes down. Uni finds the monster kill. RWM locks him in. Momo will finally fall, but his job is done at this point. Uni jumping forward. Here comes Leone from the flank. Look at the damage. Leone with the killing spree. Wipes away the dragon. It's a double kill for the wrong toe, and it picks up Amal and backfires the mega kill for Mondols. Izanami is the only one left standing. 3v1 base defense. Match point for Monster Vicious. A chance to end the day one curse is right in front of them. Izanami trying to hold on. Traction Pulse comes out, but the damage is too much. Purify used in advance, but Leone is unstoppable. It's a team wipe, but there's no minions. They can't end the game yet.
Izanami with a wonderful defense might have cost him his life, but actually saved the game for Homebois. But how about that? Homebois tried to go for the play onto Ralph as well as Momo once again. But in this scenario, MV were prepared. They jumped in. This time they have the Lancelot. And you gotta have to hand it to this Lancelot coming out from MV. Actually tracing the members of Homebois. And then they're taking them down one after the other. Perfect execution from the Lancelot.
Penalty Zone used on Amal. They're not going for the kill. They're just keeping him away from the Lord because they're trying to blitz it right now. Uni is on it. The rest of MV are just standing in between, making sure Homebois cannot approach. That's going to be a free Lord for the blue side.
This is a difficult situation for Homebois. They're just hoping that they can defend their base with the Kimi, with the Granger, and even with the Electro Final Blow, they have a very good chance of surviving the upcoming push, but they got to make a play. Right now it's 19 minutes. Sooner or later, at 21, 22 minutes, if Homeboy gets killed, it will take so long for MV to respond. So maybe that's the gambit that Homeboy is waiting. Wait for the timer to get over 20 minutes, and then just try to get killed.
As they say, it's still geekable. And to be fair, Homeboys, they do have the right tools to defend. Not only do they have the Kimi and the Granger, but they also have the Benedetta, which can actually safely clear the minion wave. How will MB approach this? Maybe punish some of the bad movements coming up from Homeboys if there will be any. But it seems like they have managed this Lord Push so well.
You need dashing straight to the base, but just like you mentioned, Wolf, Homeboys have done a good job. Oh, Momo jumps in, Pelly Zone finds the 2 marksmen, forces out 2 Wind of Natures at once. Artillery comes out as well. Electrovile Blow does good damage into the Tectonic Charge, but the Wizard Crown gonna keep Bundles alive. Uni still dashing around. Bundles will eventually get shut down, but Homeboys, they've done it. They've held the base.
Again, that is huge coming in from everyone from Homeboys. The traction pulse forces MB to move around and then position themselves in a way that Daniel was able to hit 2 targets, maybe even 3 in that last ult.
And for Homeboys, they also managed to survive the jump when you see Izanami as well as Melcutie surviving it. The fact that there wasn't any exchange coming out from MB, you can see that Monos actually had to use the Winter Crown as well as the Flicker in that scenario. Eventually, it will cool down. But the fact of the matter remains, Lord is going to be available in 36 seconds, and Homeboys does have a little bit of an advantage.
With this timer, it's good and bad for Homeboys. Good because there's a chance for them to come back. Bad if Melcutie gets targeted again. He will not be there to protect the base, to help the team in the fight. So the moment Mel gets targeted, I would argue even Izanami, Homeboys is going to have a rough time.
Oh my god. Tectonic Charge, they're committing on Leone. He figures out. He's alive.
That's the Roamer. They committed so much.
Hey, but he's the damage leader, man.
That's also true.
He's damage leader.
But that also opens up the Lord angle coming out for Monster Vicious.
Oh, hold on.
I don't think they can blitz it fast enough. Daniel and Amal are here. I'm offended, misses. Amal able to dash away in time. That forces MB to slow this down. They know that it's too late for them to blitz this. It's too risky.
Amal has won all retribution so far. So MV is not going to risk it. They are going to reset. On the side, we only try to go for the kill there. It looks like it gets found out.
Another break even there for 2 teams. No more traction pulsar right now. We're going to reset once again. It's going to be more favorable for MV to relax and reset the Lord because they do have a natural advantage when it comes to the lanes.
Reza has got to keep his eyes on the Cho. The Cho cannot be invisible. I think they roughly know where he is. But look at Mel, look at Izanami. If they're close, Momo can catch them. They're far away. Oh, okay, it's fine.
Splitting up very well right now. Melcutie and Izanami literally on the opposite sides of the map. Lord is dropping low. Lord is at 30%. Leone with the steal! Melcutie with a beautiful flicker timing. Daniel goes in, not able to get the stun up. Tectonic Charge comes secures the Lord! And now the backline gonna be able to sustain. Wind of Nature keeps Izanami alive. Daniel will go down, but his job is done. Ruff goes in, fights the arm offender, Melcutie! He's face tanking, he's walking forward, he fights kill on Ruff. But Melcutie will go down eventually as well. Currently, a very epic trade happening around the 4th pit.
Oh my god, an epic team fight for both teams. Just everybody trying to outplay each other. The way that they dodge Ruff as well as Momo, the way that they survived that and Amal just jumping around, dashing through all of the members of MV, snatching the Lord away from MV, and now Homeboys have a little bit of an advantage with that. However, MV having 4 heroes left will be able to manage the Lord up top unless Amal decides to contest this.
It's risky. Traction Pulse comes in, Uni will be able to iframe it, and the Lord is basically gone already. Whew.
I gotta say, after this game, win or lose, you gotta give some paracetamol to Melcutie, man.
That's right.
Because it's already hard playing a gold lane. Yep. It's already hard playing a Granger. And now everyone and their uncles is going after you.
Yeah.
No uncles is involved in this one, but you know what I mean.
The fact that he was able to get away from Leone there was so impressive, actually. Split second reaction timing.
At this point, Homeboys have read through what MV wants to do in this game. The hardcore investment on this Cho to have 17,000 gold. That's 6,000 above your gold laner as the roamer.
Gold lane, schmold lane, you know?
Yeah.
He's there to protect the team. Cho's there to actually kill someone.
Yeah. So the Ruby's the roamer right now.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But the best thing about this hyper farmed roamer choice that the Dar hit because of the Dar, it's like an extra item. You think about it, the latter portions of the game.
But look at this, only 21 stacks on Melcutie with this Granger. For them to have a hope of winning the team fights, he basically needs a triple kill in the next fight, so that with 50 stacks, then the Granger will become a threat. But again, the main problem is just staying alive, man. Like it's not a he's trolling by getting himself killed. He's been doing his very best, but as men, we know sometimes your best is not enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need someone else to suck.
You know what? Maybe put that in a song.
Yeah.
Seems like that would be a good song, Lapel.
Exactly. I'm a artist.
An artist. You are not.
Sometimes a makeup artist.
No?
Because I make up things on the spot.
That is
I
a
see,
10
I
out of
see.
10 joke, actually.
Hey, thank you.
You're really pulling them out.
Yeah.
We need that right now. Oh no.
Up chat, hope you guys are having fun.
25 minutes. Lord Dance matters so much. Natural wave management is in favor of Homebois. But so far, 50-50 retries. Amal has won all of it.
Yep. But look at that, man. Leone is threatening to end the game. So Reza will not be a part of the fight. But maybe this is good for Homebois. Oh, hold on. Leone is going for Mel.
They went for Daniel. Penalty zone flicker. Finds Izanami. Forces out the Purify. Leone looking for Mel. QT gets the kick. But the Wind of Nature comes out. He still kills him anyway. It's a monster kill for Leone. They found him. Exotic charge comes in. Leone goes down, but his job is already done. And now Monster Visions are going for the full dive. Uni doing some good poke damage, but he has to back off as well. Amal trying to separate the backline. He's keeping his team alive. I'm offended. Finds Izanami. Pops his immortality. Bundle picks him up. Monster Visions are doing it. Reza, he's jumped too deep. Landshaker whizzed completely. He pops his immortality. They need him alive. He's trying to buy as much time as possible with the Quinter Crown swap. He's actually somehow alive, but Bundle flickers after him. It's killing spree. Monster Visions are in the base. The crystal is exposed. It's a 4v5 defense. And they have